play.
Ah, welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Let's Play Sacred 2 for the personal computer. First, it was professional, then it became personal computer. This time, it's personal computer. It could be like one of those games. You just take any given phrase and put computer after it. I just had sex. Computer. Um, Nothing about that statement is true. Unless we're counting our hands now. But, yeah. I've never seen anybody set their Facebook status to in a relationship with rosy palms. So, pretty much. Just gathering some quests here. These are all mostly pretty mundane quests, but they add up. They add up. I always have fun, well, to a certain extent, kind of putzing around this town and collecting quests and doing quests. But part of that may have to do with the fact that I haven't played this too many times. I've only done this whole run around 4 or 5 times, 3 or 4 times, something like that. I'll go ahead and you know what? I'm not going to grab this resurrection model because I don't need to. There's a well here, so I guess you could always get yourself a potion, even though we probably already have enough potions anyway. But, you know, whatever. What am I talking about? I don't know. Kind of want to just, like, eat a Dagwood sandwich and go to sleep right now. Just like eat a giant, massive sandwich, put myself into a food coma, and sleep. Even though I've already eaten more than enough today. My oh my. The contents of my LP just became so incredibly fascinating. I think we gave her some bad news and she killed herself. So, exciting things happening in this game. God, what bastards we are. It's like, you have cancer and nobody loves you. And then she was like, well, I'm just going to kill myself. Oh, by the way, you're also ugly. You're also ugly. But you know what? The chances are you are ugly. I don't, what? I, I, I don't know what I meant. Maybe I was thinking of myself. You know, it's one of those things like, I don't know. Were you ever a kid and like, you know, like kids at school, they're like, you're like this, you're like that. You know, they say unkind things, and then you know, like your parental unit tries to like cheer you up, and they're like, so your mom's like, oh, you're handsome, and you're like, yay, my mom thinks I'm handsome. Let me go post that on Facebook. Okay, so there's that. He wants you to kill some rats. He wants you to kill the Rapid Access Transit System. It would appear that we have a lot of quests to be done up towards the north. So let's go towards the north. If for any reason you were obsessed with collecting all the potions that you possibly could from these fountains, you could run around. There's a few fountains in town, and you could get stuff from them, I guess. But, you know, pretty much whatever. What's there? What do we got there? Nothing. So I can't see that being bad. except that it'll slow regen on the Raging Nimbus. But not usually my favorite with like the +2 skill or spells early on in the game, because you usually just don't have the regen to even use another level of spell, so it's sort of like all it does is hamstring you. It's not like good like it would be later on. Unless we just don't have anything good. Well, I guess I'll put that. Doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, don't need that amulet. I am selling loot on screen. Sorry, I did not want to go off about town with too much baggage in my inventory. So I felt the need to take the time to do that. So consider it instructive, I suppose. Now you know how to use the vendor in Sacred 2. The more you know. And you know what's always good is just anytime you want to just stop and go while you're playing through an LP, you know, just express your general befuddlement. So, what happened here? Now we have 2 of these. Well, I can't think that that's not better than what I had. So, cool. I guess I could use a Glacial Thorns ring if I wanted to. I don't have one. Well, I'll get one later. So now once I accept this, I gotta escort this guy down to a place. It's not really hard. That's what she said. Okay. So we'll just make our way over there. This involves killing a lot of dudes. Not to be confused with blowing a lot of dudes. That's a different story. But that would be okay, because we have a female avatar. Which probably means that I'm, like, secretly gay, right? Because, like, say all my avatars are just, like, chicks, so it's like, what's going on there, dude? But, you know, I think we all know. The reality is, you know, gamers, we say, like, why would you want to stare at a dude's butt for, like, 20 hours when you could stare at a chick's butt? And that's why we pick female avatars. Not because we secretly identify with females, and that's what we really want to be as a female. You know, you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm not a closet transvestite, goddammit. So stop asking. Stop asking about it. Bringing me down, man. Those guys are pretty easy. It would be really helpful if the NPCs that I'm supposed to protect would stop, like, running ahead as if they had, like... Somebody must have told them that they're, like, the tank of the party. Why was this guy who was just beating on me now running away? There does seem to be a dead zone with these storms. Like, when people are right next to me, sometimes I don't hit them. Maybe it's because the game technically thinks they're behind me. I don't know. These guys are, like, lower level versions. Because you notice the other ones gave me, like, 300 XP, and that guy gave... Oh. This person is apparently for class quest.
Finally, I found you. You have to help me, dear aunt. I think I'm going crazy. You remember that your granduncle, Naniel, recently died? He was well off and left a piece of land, but his will didn't say who inherits it. Now they're fighting about his legacy. We decided how to clear the matter. We planned to conjure Naniel's ghost and ask him, but blah 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 blah.
Okay, fine. Whatever. That's why I don't read quest text. Namiel? Really? Really? So, you wanted to name him Samuel, but you decided to just change a couple of letters to make it fantastical. Well, okay. Alright. There's another one of those guys. I wouldn't. You don't need to worry about like killing them all because I'm pretty sure at the end of this quest, assuming you survive it and everything, they all just like despawn and you get XP for all of them anyway. See, it's like you get credit for it one way or the other. So there we go. We completed the operation. I have to wait for this guy to walk down there. Well, I guess I don't have to wait. See, look at all that XP! Boom! So then you wind up down here, so you might as well take this quest. Sure. Then you have to follow this guy. He doesn't look like a white rabbit to me. I think the reason why that came to mind was that we were just watching like the first 10 minutes of The Matrix at work the other day, but only because Maury Povich wasn't on. Normally, because I work nights and Maury Povich reruns are on at night, we just like watch Maury Povich every night at lunch. It's the best entertainment that's on. So we get to watch, usually it's either NFL-style victory dance or over-dramatic weeping lamentation of the women, gnashing of teeth, and pulling of hair. I believe this is an interesting quest. You get one here? Maybe not. Oh, okay, this is that class quest. Okay, so we're talking to people and doing things. Oh, I got a personal guard now. How long do you think it's going to take before he dies? I'm guessing not very long. So what's going on here? Now he's trying to kill me. Well, that's going to definitely speed up the process of you dying. Bad news, brother. So what's all this about?
Another mission successfully completed.
Another personal guard attacking me. Great. Well,
I am truly a
so
master of my
you
trade.
just had like 2 guys attack me, and now you want me to work for you. Perhaps I've misread the situation, but it seems a little dodgy to me. Hey, look, another quest we can get. Why not? This is basically the experience of this city. You just run around, you do one quest, and like, wow, there's like 3 more quests in the area where you wound up after the quest. So you just keep doing quests, which would not be awesome if it wasn't for the fact that
I am truly a master of
quest
my trade.
experience seems to be pretty good in this game. I'm going to get Glacial Thorn Rune or 2. I've already showed how this works, so it's not exactly like I'm showing that off. But yeah, we'll spend 5,000 per rune at the moment. That should be pretty good for us. Only thing I don't like is you can't see your regen from this menu, so I got to go back out of the menu. Okay, yeah, that's about good. But we'll probably get another rune. Just won't use it right now. That's looking like some good damage to me. And then I think I'll get 2 grand invigoration runes or something. It is sort of an issue for me that they don't have really good. Well, in this screen, you can't really check your own stuff and things. You can't check your own skills. You can't double check whether or not you can actually use any of this, like whether or not you can use the runes. I mean, you have the general idea what you might need, but you can't double check whether or not you can actually use them without going over the regen time that you want to stay within, without exiting, waiting like a beat, and then bringing this many on. Yeah, we put a lot in the Grand Invigoration, but it's because it reduces your regen. So as many of these runes as you can get, you can pop them all you want, because there's no downside to it. One of the splash screens says that it's a good idea to keep your spells around a quarter of your level. So that's looking good, I guess, based on that rubric. Sure. There's that weird sound again. It's somebody just going, It's the thing that's weird to me is it reminds me of, I think I said Gauntlet. So that's what it reminds me of. If we go over here, I think there's a little girl that wants us to get her teddy bear back. I want my teddy back. Oh no, this guy wants us to drive the kobolds from the sewers, which is not at all like the teddy bear thing that I said. However, there's the girl who wants her teddy back. And both quests take place in the sewers. So I guess that says something. Then there's a quest up here, I think. What is this? This could be interesting. Okay. I think I may understand this now. See, I went over there and I looked at that guy. He had a little exclamation mark. Whatever. I think that guy's actually related to a class quest for a dryad. But this is weird. You just walk up to a boat and you're instantly teleported. So that's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. Here's this island. There was a lady we encountered at some point who wanted us to find her murdered. Oh, I never noticed this locked chest on this island before. See how it's just kind of out here, not much going on. Never noticed this barrel either. But there's nothing really special to that. Special, it's just a generic thing. Can we get over there? No, I bet we can. Oh, I'd have to wait for the regen. It'd be interesting though. Explore some stuff that maybe you're not normally able to explore. That's what's cool about having a character who can do stuff like that. Sorry, I just realized I have a rock star right here, and I'm not even drinking it, which is like a travesty. Oh, there's a turn-in over by that one. So, we'll see. Yeah, I think those, like I said, I think those exclamation marks where you go up and they're like, yeah, we can't help you, douche. It's like a class quest for a class that's just not the right class at the moment. So now you take this dagger to a guardsman. Before I do that, I'm going to go over here. There's some quests on these docks over here that we'll go and do. Right. There's a quest in here that involves a kind of a long quest chain with a bunch of undead, including like leeches and stuff. That's Lich, obviously. And it's pretty cool, but I gotta try to remember how to start it because I've only done it like once. I seem to miss it a lot of the time. And then we free these people or something. Or they're not free yet. I don't know what happened there. Maybe one of the guys I was supposed to kill like wandered away. Yeah, I think so. That's weird. That doesn't happen to me very often. Or like ever. They must have been magically imprisoned or something. Now they're going to follow us around. because I guess they want to die. So then we have to fight this hooded figure. He kind of looks like a Inquisitor. There is an LP still on YouTube with somebody did an Inquisitor, and it seemed kind of interesting, but unfortunately it's in German, and I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, but it's just when you can't understand the commentary, I guess, I don't know, it's sort of weird. Plus, obviously, all the text in the game is in German, so you can't understand what any of the characters are saying either. So even though I've watched like a Wizardry 8 LP with no commentary, so it's not like I've never seen an LP without commentary, it's still like kind of eh. Well, it's not eh, it's just a language barrier. I did watch one LP where the person just really, it was in German, but the person just really didn't know what they were doing. Like they were making all sorts of rather newbie mistakes. So apparently being a noob knows no colors, or you know what I'm saying. Noob doesn't discriminate. And I feel like that's going to be the title of this video. Noobness does not discriminate. Appears to be, okay, I was going to say, there's another guy in this boat. A lot of weird things happening in this LP that don't normally happen to me. It's usually not like a guy on the boat who doesn't come off the boat. But, as they say, that's the LPer's curse. Everything that can go wrong is going to go wrong while you're trying to LP the game. Alright, so I think that's all the quests that we have up over here. Can't go inside this thing. It's kind of a cool tower deal. I can't tell because I can't look up. Just like a chicken. I will die. I will die if I look up. No, I think that's just a... Whoa, this guy takes you places. I'll take you places, man. I guess he must just take you to other docks? Docking what? Oh, man. There's another thing that we do at work is we sit around and talk about obscene, those obscene sexual terms that I don't even know if people do these things, like Dirty Sanchez.
To my people.
I don't know. I can't imagine doing a Dirty Sanchez, but I mean, this may come as a surprise to you viewers, but I haven't had the most sex of any human being on the planet, so I don't find myself bored with sex. Usually, when I'm having sex, I'm pretty happy to be having it. So it's not like I'm not like working away there and I'm like, you know what, I'm kind of bored. You know what would spice this up is if I just like got a little poo and rubbed it on her face. No, just the fact that there is a her is usually enough, excitement, so to speak. And if I don't find it thrilling, then I just don't have sex with that individual again. That's happened, There's times where you have sex with somebody and then you're like, you know what? You're disgusting. I did not enjoy having sex with you. So you're just like, well, I'm not going to have sex with that person. That's what rational individuals do when they don't like something. They just don't do it or, cut it out of their life, whatever. We just got basic item. That's what it says. It's basic item. Well, it doesn't get much more generic than that. And now I'm burping from the rock, so. Alright, I think that's enough for this episode. when we get back, we'll go down in that sewer, fight some kobolds, find a teddy bear. It'll be a good time, I promise. So this is Bezlonir signing out of another episode of Let's Play Sacred 2, and I'll see you next time, viewer. Thanks for joining me.